Hello and welcome to Try News 360 for November 29th, 2017. I'm Emil Menard.
And I'm Courtney Wallen. Coming up next on Triad News 360, a closer look at elephant trophy hunting.
And celebrities are in trouble again.
President Donald Trump's decision to lift the ban on trophy-hunted elephant imports has sparked a nationwide debate.
The president recently postponed lifting the ban, stating that a final decision will be announced at a later time.
Triad News 360 reporter Ashton Keith spoke with the National Humane Society about their concerns about lifting the ban.
The Trump administration has proposed to lift the trophy hunting ban to allow elephant trophies to the U.S., but public outcry has forced the ban to be put on hold. However, animal rights activists are still concerned that this ban reversal will still happen. Elephant advocacy groups are angry over the matter, fighting to prevent this reversal. Robin Ganser, president and CEO of the American Humane Association, had this to say about the ban reversal.
Their habitats have been absolutely destroyed by us humans. And frankly, the resources needed to ensure their humane treatment and protection are so very limited. Securing hunting permits for exotic animals is a complex issue. What animal lovers need to do is provide those countries where elephants roam free today the resources and incentives needed to provide for their security and their protection, rather than allowing them to rely on hunting revenues.
The Obama 2014 ban is to prevent elephant trophies from being brought into the U.S. However, the Trump administration reversal will allow elephants legally hunted in Zambia and Zimbabwe to be brought over to America.
If we work together with these local groups and communities, we can change their mindset from hunting to proper and humane conservation of one of these most incredible, intelligent creatures, the elephant. A win for the local communities and a win for the animals. That's what we propose at American Humane.
Triad News 360 will keep you up with all the updates on this ban reversal.
The World Wildlife Fund has said this is a wise and welcome pause in the process, allowing decision makers and the public to understand the details which led to this decision by the U.S. government.
Paul Babaz, president of the Safari Club International, said knowledgeable sources around the world should recognize the importance of the applications of science rather than emotions to management of wildlife.
President Trump has put off a decision until a, quote, later time.
Across the nations, animal abandonment skyrockets around Christmas time.
According to the RSPCA, 3 pets are abandoned every hour during the Christmas season. In 2013, 26 dogs were surrendered to the Washington Humane Society in Washington, D.C. within 48 hours.
The Washington Humane Society suspects it is due to poor planning for pets around family vacations and inability to care for a pet along with all the holiday expenses.
Pets should not be bought as presents on a whim. If you're going to buy a pet for someone, make sure they are financially stable to take care of the pet and are willing to put in all the effort it takes to care for an animal.
Instead of a pet, think about getting them the necessities a pet needs, like bowls, a collar, food, and toys as presents, or take them to a shelter and let them bond with an animal first.
Savannah Guthrie made the announcement at the beginning of the NBC's Today Show early this morning that longtime host Matt Lauer has been fired for inappropriate sexual behavior.
Lauer was the anchor chair for the very profitable Today Show for more than 20 years. Guthrie said the staff was devastated.
According to NBC News chairman Andrew Lack, a complaint was filed on Monday night. This has been the only complaint ever filed against Lauer.
The complaint went into specific details of the alleged misbehavior. Reporters for the New York Times and Variety's New York Bureau have been investigating Lauer for many weeks. And Hollywood on the West Coast has its trouble as well. Many sexual harassment claims are coming forward.
Along with the losses of Malcolm Young, co-founder of rock band AC/DC, and David Cassidy, best known for his role in the 70s sitcom The Partridge Family, every day there appears to be another headline from Hollywood.
Now there's the domestic arrest of Naya Rivera, who is best known for a role on Glee that has been circulating around the internet as well.
Former Glee star Naya Rivera allegedly assaulted her husband in West Virginia on Saturday night and was charged with misdemeanor domestic battery early Sunday.
Rivera's husband, Ryan Dorsey, said that she hit him in the head and on the bottom lip while they were taking their child for a walk down the street.
Dorsey provided video of the assault to the police. Rivera was arraigned at Kanawha County Magistrate Court and released on a bond after a brief court appearance.
Hollywood never appears to be without its drama.
Guess that's what keeps us watching. Coming up after the break, we will take a look at all the holiday travels.
And what to do if a fire occurs in your house.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
How am I going to pay for this?
Welcome back to Tri News 360. I'm Emil Menard.
And I'm Courtney Wallen.
Courtney, did you travel anywhere for Thanksgiving?
I did. I actually went home to Connecticut for the holiday. How about you?
I actually went home in Canada, in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So it was a little colder than High Point, North Carolina, but certainly a good time. But I saw that it was the busiest traveling weekend over the past decade. Airports were jammed and there were many delayed flights.
Well, the roads were not much better. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on the freeways and 70-mile-per-hour speed limits.
The AAA predicted that more than 50 million Americans were traveling over the holiday break.
Imagine traveling to Los Angeles to meet a music publisher.
7 High Point University students flew to LA to network with iHeartMedia and learn about programming and branding. In addition, they spent time learning from Warner's brothers, Mike Darnell, inventor of reality TV 2 developed American Idol and Ellen.
They interviewed music publisher and artist mentor Judy Stakey, who developed Sheryl Crow, Gavin DeGraw, and Katy Perry. They also interviewed Jillian Burnett from NRG Recording Studios, who has produced Linkin Park, Miley Cyrus, Chris Brown, and more. They even got to tour YouTube.
Hey Courtney, we should join the radio.
We should. I was just thinking about that. The trip is a great opportunity for students to network.
New York City was a very popular destination this year.
On a clear and chilly day, it was time for the iconic Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Balloons and bands floated and marched in the 91st annual celebration in New York City.
The Ohio University State 110 clad in their green and white uniforms took up a large portion of the parade route, along with high school bands from Lansing, Michigan.
NBC is pleased with the success and may note that it is the highest rated non-sports program since ABC's Academy Awards last February.
Not everyone spent their Thanksgiving morning cooking in the kitchen.
3, 2, 1!
This past Thanksgiving, thousands of people braced the 30-degree cold to participate in the 5-mile turkey trot at St. Paul's Cathedral in Garden City, New York.
People of all ages lined up at the starting line, dressing themselves and their pets in Thanksgiving attire.
Even as the more serious runners crossed the finish line, many were just getting started.
Back at the cathedral, waves of people were just beginning their turkey trot. For the not-so-serious runners, the annual Thanksgiving morning run has become a new family tradition.
This also gets some family members out of the house and from underfoot as turkey dinner preparations begin.
Turkey trot racers turned out in record numbers everywhere this year, then back home for the family get-together and dinner.
Fire took the life of a man in High Point on November 13th.
When fire crews arrived on the scene, they found the fire had spread from the garage to the house.
Fire Department Battalion Chief Michael Foster said firefighters found the body as they searched the building after the fire was under control.
The heavy smoke from the fires can overcome victims very quickly, and the fire department reminds everyone to make sure that you have a working smoke detector and get out of the house right away and call 911.
Christmas is almost here, and while most people are getting ready to celebrate, a disaster is waiting to happen.
The Christmas season has been known to produce a large amount of house fires. These fires have been a product of faulty wiring and dried up Christmas trees.
Between 2011 and 2015, fire departments across the United States responded to an average of 200 fires that were caused by Christmas trees.
Christmas tree fires can easily be prevented, especially if the right measures are taken.
But how safe is your house from fire? Do you have a working fire extinguisher? And do you know how to work it properly?
Triad 360 reporter Molly Saab and reporter Zach Tucker were with several of our staff who arranged the demonstration.
They are joined by experts from the High Point Fire Department with helpful and possibly life-saving tips you need to know how to get your family out safe.
All right, well, thanks, guys. Well, we have some big news regarding your safety this holiday season. A company in North Carolina called Kitty has recalled 40 million fire extinguishers. And guys, that's a pretty big deal, especially since it spans 134 different models. That's right. And the models actually date back to the year 1973. So, I mean, that's a pretty big deal, especially with the holiday season coming up and a risk for fires, especially in your home. So, with that being said, we've got Captain Danita Lynch here from the fire department here in High Point to talk more about the importance of fire extinguishers. So Captain Lynch, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
And so kind of talk to us about the importance of having a fire extinguisher in your home.
Well, having fire extinguishers in your home are very important because you want to have that first defense if you should have any kind of small fire in your home, because they are designed for those small contained fires. And you want to have that in the event that you have something very minor. Of course, you always want to call 911 first and get everybody out of the house, but if it is something that you can use it on, absolutely. You want you to know how to use it and, have it there available.
To kind of take us through here, I actually have a fire extinguisher with me right now, and kind of take us through, how does a fire extinguisher actually work?
Well, it's very simple. All you have to do is to remember the word PASS, P-A-S-S. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep.
All right. Well, folks, we actually have a live demonstration that we're about to do. And we've got one of our guys, Drew. He's going to come over here and we're going to do a live demonstration. Pretty exciting times, guys. And of course, we got Captain Lynch here with us. So Drew, come on down. We're going to go ahead and stand over here. All right. Let's see. All right, so Captain will kind of take us through here. So now Drew's got the fire extinguisher, and is he going to want to aim high on this fire or low on the fire?
He's going to want to aim low on the fire. Take it out of the base first. And of course, remember, first thing, you're going to pull that pin. That's what you have to do to get it ready to activate. And then as you aim, you're going to take the hose, aim it at the base of the fire. Then you're ready to squeeze that handle and squeeze back the fire.
Okay, you ready to do it?
We're ready.
All right, let's do it.
Cool, great job, Drew. So, Captain Lynch, what would you say is a safe time to throw away maybe an old fire extinguisher?
Well, the fire extinguishers, of course, you need to make sure that they are kept up to date. In businesses and things, we always have them inspected on an annual basis. We don't have jurisdiction in people's homes, but we do tell them to have them inspected at least every couple of years anyway. Take them to a fire extinguisher sales and service company. They're the ones who do those types of inspections. About every 6 years, they need to have what's called a hydrostatic testing, which basically they just take everything out, they put in new extinguishing agent, they check to make sure hoses are good, the seals are good, all that kind of good stuff, just to break it down, make sure everything's going to work properly. So that needs to be done at least every 6 years. if it's not done, we don't know what's in there. We don't know if it's hardened up and it's not any good. So after about 6 years, it probably is on that borderline of whether or not it's going to work like it should.
Well, I tell you what, we actually have a fire extinguisher with us here today. I'll come over here and grab it. And look at this, folks. It still has dust on it. I believe that this fire extinguisher is about 20 years old. And according to Captain Lynch here, we don't know what's going to happen. So with that being said, Drew, here you go, bud. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and shoot this off. And so what do you think? Quick prediction here. You think it's going to shoot off? Right?
Well, we're going to swing 12 straws here and take bands.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. All right. Go ahead, Drew.
It's empty.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah.
The pressure was down just a little bit on it, but it did work pretty well for him, so I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I tell you what, especially with it being that old, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely, you don't. But that's a chance that you take, and in a fire situation, you don't want to take that chance because, you know, when it's a life or death situation, you want to make sure that thing's going to be able to work for you, especially if it's in a situation where you're trying to knock the fire down to get you and your family out. That's the main thing. You want it to work, to get that fire knocked down. You may not be trying to extinguish it, but you may just want to knock it down to get you and your family out. So you want to make sure that thing's going to work like it should.
So kind of going back here to the whole situation that we just saw, so what do you think? Do you think that that was a good demonstration? Do you think that we would have been safe had that been an actual fire, or would it have been better to call the fire department?
Absolutely, always call the fire department first. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make. Because they have fire extinguishers in their home, oftentimes what they do is they go to grab that fire extinguisher first rather than calling the fire department. And that can delay us getting there, and that can also, by the time they do call the fire department, that can cause them to have a bigger fire by the time they do call us. And it also can cause them injuries such as smoke inhalation, burns, and so forth. So we definitely want them to call us. If they get the fire put out before we get there, then when we get there, we're just going to give them a pat on the back and say, yay, great job, and everything's good to go. But we want to definitely be on our way to get there before anything gets out.
All right, well, another great way to prevent fires is having a smoke detector in your home. And you definitely want to have batteries in there. And I know that some folks want to take the batteries out and maybe put them in the TV remote. And unfortunately, that's a bad idea. And kind of take us through, you know, why it's important to always have batteries and to always check on the smoke detectors.
Yes, definitely. Check your smoke detectors at least monthly. There are two different kinds that you see out there now. You do have your regular battery operated that are in a lot of the older homes. And with your battery operated ones and with your regular ones, it does have a test button. And all you do is press the test button, hold it in until it makes a beeping sound. Then you know it's working like it should. Most of them take 9-volt batteries. You just change that 9-volt battery. This one is a little bit different because this one has what's called a 10-year lithium battery. These, you don't have to change the batteries in them for about 10 years. And at that point, all you do is take the whole thing down, chunk it, you get a new smoke alarm. The good thing is too, for anyone that lives in the High Point area, just put a plug out there. If you don't have a smoke alarm, you can call us. We put one in for you. So that's what you need to do for your smoke alarm stuff. Just check them, make sure that they work, because this right here is the best friend in the fire situation. This is what's going to get you up. This is what's going to get you out.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Captain Lynch, for
Thank
coming on the show today. I enjoyed the demonstration. I enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys, and I hope that you guys have a great holiday season. And for more information about the Kitty fire extinguishers, visit their website and see if you have the damaged, recalled bottle or not. Maybe they can even replace one for you. All right, guys, we're back to you in studio.
Well, it's important to know how to be safe in a fire, especially in the holiday season. Many families are preparing to set up for Christmas.
40 million Kitty fire extinguishers are being recalled for not working properly. Over 134 million models on the recall, including ones sold at Menards, Home Depot, and Walmart.
It's better to be safe than sorry. Kitty will replace recalled fire extinguishers for free, and you can contact the company through their website or by phone.
Coming up next, it's the time of the year for Angel Tree donations.
and Christmas parades are starting around the Triad area. We'll be right back.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to Tri News 360. I'm Emil Menard.
And I'm Ashton Keith. I'll be filling in for Courtney Wallen for the rest of the night. Christmas is a very lonely and long day for some children who are not thought of to have presents.
Not all will be forgotten this year as students at High Point University are pitching in.
It's called the Angel Tree Program. You can help by adopting an angel for your Christmas. Your contributions will buy clothes, shoes, and presents for children who might not have anything this year.
When a child who is very little opens a gift they were not expecting, Christmas becomes a day they will never forget.
If you wish to help bring a smile to a child's face this Christmas, just contact the chapel at High Point University or the local Salvation Army.
With Christmas right around the corner, local High Point residents are getting ready for the High Point Christmas concert that takes place on campus.
Putting on a holiday concert takes a lot of effort. Triad News 360 reporter Madison Johnson went backstage for the singers' preparations.
High Point University revs up for the holidays just as the clock strikes midnight on November 1st. Just one day after Halloween, it's clear HPU decks the halls as soon as socially acceptable. But there are some aspects of HPU that start spreading holiday cheer even earlier. Try late September. I'm Madison Johnson with more on the story.
Life right now is going to matter. Right now what matters is the room you're in and the activity you're engaged in right here. Don't let your mind be somewhere else today.
Rehearsals for High Point University's holiday concert started immediately after their family weekend concert in mid-September. Drawing crowds of students and High Point residents, the annual concert has been the most exciting aspect of the Triad's holiday season for almost 10 years. HPU vocalists like university and chamber singers rehearse as much as 5 times a week to meet the demands of challenging and brilliantly intricate pieces that are soon paired with a full orchestra. Dr. Mark Ashley Foster says,
these are important moments in their life, and this, for the seniors this year, this will be their last holiday choral concert as an undergraduate. And so you just go into it knowing that it's there, and it makes, for me, it makes me want to do even better. I want to work harder. I want to make sure that it's a concert that they will look back on and be proud to be a part of.
Students, especially music majors, dedicate a phenomenal amount of time to their choir rehearsals, but students like Matt Hollis and Maggie Collier say they wouldn't trade it.
My favorite part about being involved in High Point's music department is probably the fact that I get to sing every day.
My favorite part of working with High Point's music is all the people that I get to come into contact with. There's some really awesome people in this department and this choir. Everyone's really passionate about what they're doing, and they really give their all every single time that we get together to make music.
It's really nice to hone the craft of singing and get to be more musical. And it's weird to think that this will be my last year getting to sing with people that I love and getting to just do it without having to pay for this experience,
This year's holiday concert is expected to draw their usual record-breaking crowd on December 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. to make this holiday season an extraordinary one. For HPU News, I'm Madison Johnson.
Who knew that the choir started preparing in September?
I'm excited to see their hard work pay off.
Joy and holiday cheer filled downtown High Point last night, Sunday, as the High Point Holiday Festival Parade marched down Main Street.
Floats and other acts helped spread the Christmas spirit. Even Santa's helpers were there to hand out candy.
Members of the crowd danced in the streets to their favorite Christmas tunes.
And let's not forget about the marching bands. After all, who doesn't love hearing a good marching band?
Christmas time is near, and it's getting time to start shopping and decorate Christmas trees. While decorating the house and Christmas tree can be a little frustrating, take a moment to think about this option. Asheville, North Carolina has a lot of great shops with unique gift ideas.
The Lexington Glassworks works hard to create innovative hand-blown glass. Every piece is carefully crafted with long-lasting techniques.
The work is top-notch and declared to be one of the Southeast's most renowned art destinations. They have an open-door policy which allows people to view the entire glassblowing process, but in a very unusual way. Triad News 360 reporter Mackenzie Fisher has a story.
A city known for all things local, art, and music, one small business combines all three. Lexington Glassworks in Asheville, North Carolina is a very successful glass-blowing studio and gallery. Both locals and tourists crowd the studio each day to watch the live glass-blowing process. The studio is run by two friends who met in college and studied glassblowing at Alfred University. Billy and Geoff decided to open up their business in Asheville due to the vibrant art culture and the rapid rise of tourism in the last 10 years. Recently, a bar was added in the studio where tourists can buy craft brews to drink while watching the creative process. The bar also makes considerable profit during the concert series that takes place at Lexington Glassworks monthly. The studio becomes a stage during the evening for local musicians. All of the glass for sale in the gallery was made in the shop, so make sure to pick something up on your way out. Make sure to add Lexington Glassworks to your Asheville bucket list.
They are open from 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
This is definitely on my bucket list. They have a 5-star rating on Facebook. For even more information, be sure to visit their website.
Coming up next, a unique and moving place to paint.
And Panther Sports. We'll be right back.
To eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to Triad News 360. I'm Ashton Keith.
And I'm Emil Menard. I love artworks, but I'm not sure how much artwork I want painted on me.
Some people don't mind, but the artwork will only last a short time.
The Trident Birth doula hosted a baby belly bazaar at the Greensboro Culture Center in LeBauer Park.
The celebration was open to an excited, expecting group. Triad News 360 reporter Liv Huang has the story of who got painted.
And glittering stars on a swollen belly. The first thing you see when you walk in will most likely be a pregnant woman bearing her belly getting custom art painted. Belly painting has become one of the most well-known features of the Baby Belly Bazaar, but the festival is more than just a prenatal art gallery. The festival was founded by birth doula Kenny in the hopes of informing expectant mothers about different treatments and options outside of popular traditional medicine.
So I just wanted to be able to gather all the resources in our area so that women could just walk around and learn about what their options are.
The bazaar, now in its 8th year, has grown bigger than the original planners had ever anticipated it to be. The event is now biannual with several other locations throughout the state. Aside from providing information, the bazaar has acupuncture therapists, water birth specialists, prenatal masseuses, and birth doulas.
We offer educational, physical, and emotional support to women and families who are pregnant and in the early postpartum period. And being able to get our business out there and get in front of potential clients has really been very important as far as building our clientele base.
For new moms and businesses, the bazaar is a great place for them to find each other, such as Preferred Childcare, a company that specializes in finding nannies and babysitters.
I am here with Preferred Childcare, and we are a nanny agency located out in Jamestown, North Carolina. Our services are for the entire Piedmont Triad area, servicing them for guaranteed babysitting, part-time and on-call.
And even individuals use the bazaar as a great place to network.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been giving out a lot of business cards. I do a birthday party business, so eventually they'll be clients of mine for something else. I do magic, balloon twisting, and fish feeding. So.
The Baby Belly Bazaar at the core is a place that offers support for soon-to-be mothers, especially first-time parents. It helps reassure mothers in a safe space and prepare them for exactly what to expect during their pregnancy.
That looks like a great way to learn more about safe pregnancy, birth, and infant care.
It seems like a fun, but for the first-time moms, the more information and contacts, the better.
For more information, visit the Triad Birth Doula website.
It's time for some sports updates.
Triad News 360 reporter Casey Kachenruder has all the latest scores. Casey?
Thanks, Ashton. Emil, the Panther basketball taking on some big teams. The High Point men's basketball team battled ACC opponent Pittsburgh tough Tuesday night, but fell short 71-63. HPU forced 22 turnovers and led midway through the second half, but couldn't hang on. Andre Fox led the Panthers with 20 points. The loss dropped High Point to a record of 2-4 on the season. Next up for the Panthers is a home game against Johnson & Wales on Friday at 7 in the Millis Center. The High Point University women's basketball team kicked off a 2-game road trip at Stetson on Monday. Sophomore Cameron Brown scored 15 points after the break to lead the Panthers to a 69-64 comeback victory. Brown finished the night with 24 points. HPU is now 3-2. Next up, High Point continues on the road on Wednesday at Norfolk State University. The High Point women's volleyball team was selected to the NCAA tournament as an at-large bid on Sunday night. The Panthers will be heading to Salt Lake City, Utah, where they will face Purdue this Thursday. High Point is the first volleyball team in the Big South Conference to collect an at-large berth into the tournament. The Panthers posted a 19-match winning streak from early in September until they were defeated in the Big South Championship by Radford on November 19th. This is also the first time HPU has advanced to the national tournament in back-to-back seasons. The High Point men's lacrosse team will begin its 2018 campaign in January. This season, they will play 4 top 20 teams, including Johns Hopkins, UNC, Virginia, and preseason #1 ranked Duke. HPU is coming off a 4-10 record last year after losing several starting players to injury. The Panthers are returning a majority of their key players, including senior midfielder Peyton Garrett and senior attackman Jason Ashwood. After the holiday break, High Point will open with a scrimmage against UNC. The Panthers start their regular season at Duke February 8th. The women's lacrosse schedule for the 2018 season has been released and will feature home games against Duke, UNC, and Notre Dame. High Point finished last season with an undefeated record in the regular season, along with winning a Big South championship. The Panthers went on to become the first High Point team to win a game in the NCAA tournament, defeating Towson University before losing to eventual national champions Maryland. The High Point University baseball team will start their 2018 season on February 16th against James Madison, part of a tough non-conference schedule that includes 5 NCAA tournament teams from last season and 2016 national champion Coastal Carolina. High Point is looking to build off of a strong 2017 campaign in which they finished 4th in the conference and were a game away from the Big South Conference tournament final. The Panthers returned 9 starters and welcomed 12 newcomers to the team. That's it for Panther Sports. Emil, Ashton?
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for watching our last show this semester.
I'm Ashton Keith.
And I'm Emil Menard. Good night, High Point.